Hello everyone, welcome to session on Python programming. In our previous videos, we talked about an essential concept in Python, that is the OOPS concepts with Python. We discussed about classes and objects. In this video, we'll discuss about how to create member functions for classes in Python. Let's get started. Let's start off with creating a new file and saving it as cp13.py. Let's create a base class called as class base, and within which I'm going to create the constructor initialize, which takes up the keyword of self, and here I'll simply print base constructor called. I'll create a common method called method1, which again takes the self keyword. This is a member function. Print normal method called. And I will also like to create a static method. And static method in Python is mentioned with the help of static keyword. Static method. So define method 2. So static method will not take any arguments. Rather, I'll simply print static method called. Now, in order to access each one of these methods, I'll create an object for this base class. So the moment I call this base class, the constructor function will be called. And to access the normal function, I go with obj.method1. I'll create the object. Now, in order to access the static method, obj.method2, I can access the static function either with an object, or I can also access the static method even without the object. That is, with the help of the direct base class function base.method2 is also callable. Let us see the corresponding outputs. To run this file, I'll call it as python3 space cp13.py. Now we can very well see both line 11 and line 12 is calling a static method. If there is a scenario where I call my 12th line, in the 12th line, instead of calling a static method, if I call a normal method directly with the help of the base class name, see what happens. It would throw up an error saying it misses one positional argument. So only static methods can be called directly either from the object or directly from the class name itself. The member functions of any class cannot be called directly, rather they have to be called only with the help of objects in Python. And that is common across all the other languages as well. Now let us talk about another essential topic about OOPS concept, that is inheritance. Let us see how to do inheritance. In order to do inheritance, I'll call it as class derived, which inherits base class. I'll simply initialize self. Here I'll print, I'll say it as derived constructor called. I'll create an object for a derived class and see what happens. I'll clear the screen. I'll run the same old file. You can very well see the derived class constructor is called out here. Now let me create some of the member variables here. Self.var is equal to hello. In the derived class, I'll also create another object, self.var2 is equal to hi. Since this class is a derived class, I should be able to access both the objects. So I'll print obj.var, obj.var2. Let us see the output of those. Now, as you could very well see, let us run the file. Now let us run the file. As you could very well see, there is a common error saying the attribute error, which says a derived object has no attribute called as var, even though a derivation, base class derivation has happened. Now when you call the constructor, despite printing the value, Now when you observe the printing pattern of it, it only prints derived class constructor is being called, the base class constructor is not called. Yes, and if I try accessing the value of var from the derived class object obj.var, this is not possible. This would throw up an attribute error. Reason being is the base class constructor is not called. Now how to call up the base class constructor from the derived class, which is pretty much simple, is with the help of the super keyword function. That super function is useful in calling the base class functions, and at this juncture I would like to call upon the base class constructor function of initialization, and once I create it, I'll be able to access the value of var from the base class itself. So the order of execution is nothing but when you call the 15th line, it goes directly to the 11th line execution part, and from the 11th line, after 12th line, I'm calling the base class constructor. The execution goes to line 2, 3 and 4. So it creates a self public variable called var, and after which it prints the base class constructor being called statement to the output screen, and it comes back, creates another public variable called var2 and stores a string of hi inside it, and on the 14th line I'm printing it as derived class constructor being called. And this is the order of the execution of this code, where I'm performing tasks such as inheritance in Python. We have also discussed about static methods in Python. Let us talk about function overloading, which is a polymorphism structure in Python. Overloading in Python cannot be done. We can only perform overriding part, where we have a function inside the base class which can be overridden in the derived class. Let us see how. I'm just continuing the same old code, and at this point I'm adding a function called method1. I'm saying self. So I add a few details here. Normal method called from base class. I'll use the same print statement here. Print normal method called from derived class. So in the first place, I'll try to create an object for the base class. I'll simply call obj dot method1 and see what happens. When I run this, it says normal method called from base class. Now instead of having this base constructor, I'll call the derived constructor. Now when I call the derived constructor, it says normal method called from derived class. So here you can very well see, even though there are two methods with the same name called method1, it is calling only the overridden function here. So polymorphism structure in Python is clearly shown. If you wanted to use the base class function, I'll simply call super dot method1, and that's it. When I run this file, you can see base constructor called, derived constructor called, method called from base class, method called from derived class. It executes all. And that is how method overloading is done in Python. That's it all about method overloading and functions in Python. Catch you with yet another essential topic in Python in our next video. Thank you.